Um, Welcome back to Mirror Interpretation Todorova. Asks me to rotate. I don't know why. I'm gonna rotate even though I don't know the reason for it. Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ioana and I am an interpreter. And today is May, I'm not sure, I think it's mid-May, maybe it's 15th of May, 2021, and I'm here having a coffee with you, having my coffee and recording this live. I decided that from now on I'm going to do one live a week, and this live will be dedicated on your questions, and I will give you answers or advice or respond to your comments. And this is the comments from until the end of April. So I saw there is quite a lot of questions about the new work positions, and I am having a special video folder dedicated to jobs and job offers. And this video folder is on, it's called Job or How to Find the Interpreting Jobs. And there you can find the updates about, there is some reviews of companies that I have worked for, but I am, as I am every day, following the market for interpreting and languages and so on. I will publish at least once a month a video there regarding the interpreting or interpreters jobs market. Said that, I was quiet away for some time because I went to Mexico, and now I'm back, and it's little bit challenging for me to start work again, to start to, hello guys, welcome whoever is watching me, to start to have this civilized life again, which is kind of challenging if you spend some time in a wild place. Okay, so I am gonna read all your comments right here, and I'm gonna give you a comment. There is quite a lot of questions about languages and so on. Let's see what you guys asking. Thank you. This is Elias Sound. Thank you. Very useful. Good. Can you please talk a bit about the final over the phone exam for medical interpreter? Okay, final over the phone exam. For me, it's not final. Normally, this is the first step toward being hired. So this is the beginning of your job opportunity. Normally, you have an interview over the phone, and after that interview, you are going to have a bilingual over the phone exam. There is a folder called Bilingual Target Language Proficiency Test, where you can find all the medical terminology if your test will be specifically medical. If you know all the terminology that are on those 14 videos, I guarantee you that you're gonna pass your test with 99% 99, because most of them it's medical, most of them are specific or general. The tests are reasonable. Most of the company will test you on a subject that it's related to your job or to your position. For this reason, over the phone medical interpreter exam is the first step toward your, let's say, hiring. Most of the recruiters will first set a price with you. I will keep repeating and bouncing on these guys. Do not sell yourself cheap. I keep seeing this company offering $12 and $15. Do not work for less than $30 an hour. Never. Do not work less than $30 an hour. And if you want to understand why, you should go and see the company that hires you, how much they bid for, how much they receive per hour. You're going to see they receive hundreds of dollars 1 hour of your job. Do not, the basic payment here in Denver is $15. Do not accept basic payment because you qualified, because you speak languages, and because you destroy the market for interpreters that have a higher education. So before you go to apply for a job, make sure you know how much your job costs. and each language is separate in different tiers, normally, therefore, in the base of how rare the language is, and how much is researched and how much is needed. Like, there is this company that if you speak some of these very bizarre languages, they give you $5,000 just to sign in the contract. The reason why is because it's difficult to find someone that speak these languages, and the rates for those languages are very high. Said that, over the phone medical interpreter test exam, you're gonna first set up the rate with the recruiter. Don't be soft, and after this they're gonna test you. No matter if you do 100% or you do just 80, the price is not gonna change. For this reason, I advise you guys, just sell yourself as high as possible. Hi ladies, I run across YouTube. I think that you're going to promote interpreters is very recommendable. Josie S. I am a state certified court interpreter as well as certified medical interpreter. Okay, thank you, Jose S. or Jose S. Whatever is. Now we have Gilbert. I would like trilingual medical interpretation. Me as well. I would really love to do Spanish Italian. So if you speak Spanish, please do write me a comment below. I am gonna start to record the Spanish videos after the end of this month when we finish Thai with William. So please, please, please write me a comment below. I do need somebody to be my guest with Spanish, even though yo hablo español in una maniera tranquila come una niña, diciamo, más o menos. Even though I do speak some Spanish, it's like a travel Spanish. I can understand pretty well. Sometimes when the Spanish line is busy, they use me even though I'm an Italian interpreter. And I will tell you that OBGYN is pretty similar, but it's a different language. And I would like somebody who speaks perfectly Spanish to be my guest. So please be my guest. Ana Lazar says, complimenti per tuo italiano. Thank you, Ana Lazar. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Mille Quintero. Could someone help me? I can find information to do the interpreting course online. My first language is Spanish, the second is English. I am not very fluent, but I understand it well. I suppose that Mile Quintero is not fluent in English. Before you spend all this money on bilingual online course for interpreting, which I will advise you to go with ATA or MIT, medical interpreter training, but ATA or CCHI are the two trainings that will guarantee you jobs. And so I will advise you to first become very fluent in English and then do the CCHI, because if you do the CCHI, any company knows the certification and they're gonna hire you, and also they will pay you more. So if you want to raise your payment, do the CCHI. Ciao, Wishing e Afano, CC1979, CC1979, Afano. Okay, whizzing is a word that one of my videos, I did this challenge that I just wanted to check how much of those words I know. Normally, I know 96 to 99% of the words. This was one word that I didn't know. And thank you, Cici. Mighty Glow. I am really enjoying these videos. Currently speaking English and Spanish with relative ease. Thought I am learning more medical terminology because I would like to work as a medical interpreter. I'm studying French and Mandarin at the university, and I hope to reach a good level to those languages as well. To whoever speak already two languages, like Mighty Glow, whatever is the name on the YouTube, I would advise you guys, just do it. Just start with Spanish and English. You don't have to speak 10 languages to work as a medical interpreter. You're gonna get a glimpse of it and see if that's something that works for you. Saptastidas, thank you for uploading such a wisdom. I have a request for you. I'm a French interpreter. I need a video for ESA test in French. Okay, I thank you, Saptastidas. I did make a research for this test. It's a specific And what I find for this, I find a whole material like a book on my computer. The reason that I didn't make a video is because it's not to medical interpreting related, and it's not a certification that will give you, at least what I find. Maybe I find something else. It's not a certification that is gonna give you worldwide like weight. It costs about 800 or so dollars or euros. It was specific terminology about biology. It's a specific field. It's a very specific field of terminology. I have find a book that describe this and so on. I personally, unless you're hired by a company that have products in this field, I don't know, I don't see why do this certification. Why spend this money on this certification when you're not gonna be able to use it out in a daily basis in your interpreting job. Hi, as a novice advice, I find your video very, thank you. I find your videos. This is Murph V, very useful. Thank you. I will start my first job next week. I will suggest first time interpreters, I would suggest just chill. I know this sounds impossible, but it's very hard to relax, especially when you want to be like very, how to say, you want to be very good, you want to make sure you're doing a great job and all this, no? So I would suggest to try to focus. And in order to this, I would suggest to have something to draw with, which I do normally quite often when I work. This is gonna help you. And just try to listen as you're listening your grandma telling your story, especially when they speak. Note taking is something that I will advise you to check my videos, note taking for interpreters and abbreviations. Advice for first time interpreters again, just relax. You're not gonna do perfect, nobody do perfect, but in the end of the day, most important is to try your best. Not only your first time, you will see with time you're gonna be more and more relaxed. Ingrid Jimenez publicly subscribed a month ago. I want to become a medical interpreter. I'm a Spanish native speaker. I have advanced level of English, but my accent and conversation skills are little poor due that I don't have way to practice. You think I can start studying to becoming a medical interpreter, or is better continuing improving my English? By the way, I am excellent in writing and listening. Okay, guys, I don't think the accent is a problem. I think the accent is all right. You are gonna have an accent. I would advise one thing here, just speak slowly. If you do speak slowly, you're gonna see that it doesn't really matter how thick your accent is. Sadly, I will commend working with guys or people or ladies from India or northern India that come from a smaller environment. They tend to muffle and merge together a few words in English in order to sound more proficient. And they sound very Indian. The accent is extremely thick, and for me personally, working with people who doesn't completely pronounce the words and I have to guess it is very, very challenging. So in order to yes, honey, we can do that in about 15 minutes. I was supposed to train someone. We're gonna start it shortly. So in order to do this, I will advise you speak slowly. It's okay if you have an accent, it's not a big deal. Mr. R, congratulations. I told Billy, just wanted to comment and tell you that you were always here. We had great channel and great content. Keep up. I just now starting as an interpreter. I highly recommend this channel for practical, real advice. And thank you, Mr. R, for your comment as well. Nini Citeros, hola. Hola, felicitaciones para este video tan introductivo. Me registré para el certificado de intérprete médico. Mi clase consiste de 102 horas. quisiera saber acerca del examen escrito, ya que este video es de terminología médica oral. Gracias y éxitos. Okay, so what she said is hello. Congratulations for this video. It's very useful. I just registered myself for a certification for interpreter, for medical interpreter. The class is 102 hours. Wow. I want to know if you have saber something about the written exam, because this video is regarding the medical terminology. Okay, Nini, I'm gonna respond here in English. I know you commented in the video that I did with Rosa, which was a Spanish English on the medical terminology. So there is two parts on each certification for a medical interpreter in the bilingual test. And most of them, or some of them, especially about the medical terminology, they are in English only. So you're gonna have a part of this exam that will be in English only and will be medical terminology. And I will give you an example. They will give you a question and you gotta pick the right answer. For example, it's gonna be something logical. For example, when somebody have an UTI, they have an infection in their, and they will give you a bladder, I don't know, kidney, or liver. UTI is urinary tract infection, and normally it's in the urinary tract. It could be in the urethra, in the bladder, and what so on. So they're expecting you to know where the main body parts are, or for example, there was this part that I keep repeating. Where is your pituitary gland? And they will give you a picture sometimes, and they will put a few dots, and you gotta pick where is this gland, and it's right here. By the way, this is the only thing that I wasn't able to do in my test. So the medical interpreting test, they will have one part in English only, and will be strictly medical, and you have to choose. Some companies, depend where you're gonna do, but the companies that will give you a bilingual target language proficiency test, they will give you a general test, and they will give you to interpret between the doctor and a patient encounter over the phone. And there you don't have as much time to check. You better know all the terminology. And I again address, there is a medical terminology bilingual target language proficiency test. There is a whole folder, and more or less this is the whole terminologies that you can find in the test. I don't want to say guarantee 100% they will be there, but I've been probably done hundreds of tests in the last 7 years here in America, and this type of terminologies are often to happen there. And the reason why is because you need them at work. 99% of this terminology you will have daily working as a medical interpreter. You need to know them. And me, I work with 5 languages, so I know them in the 5 languages. If you work with one language, that wouldn't be such a big deal for you. You guys smart, speaking 2 languages, and you're gonna be able to do it. But just remember, it's bilingual, so you're gonna have, if you said English, Spanish, you're gonna have one part in English, and it's gonna be a test, as I said, and then you have another part which is gonna be, let's say I am calling you uterus in English, and you gotta pick the target word in Spanish, which is utero. So the bilingual medical, if it's that type of training that I'm thinking, you're gonna have one part in English and one part in the both languages. Even though you don't have it, get ready to know them in both languages, because when you start to work, or you want to start to work, you're gonna start to you gotta know them, because they're gonna test you, and you cannot just like wander on the test. You gotta get 80% plus. Some company wants 90% of accuracy on simultaneous, on consecutive, excuse me guys. So English, Spanish, this is what I'm gonna tell you about the The classes also take it slow. There is so much material. Even 40 hours of a medical interpreter is so much. I do study at home every day, and I advise you to do this after you finish to work. Veronica Guerrero, it's the next comment. Hello, I'm going to take a Spanish proficiency test at the hospital I work at. Do you have any suggestion or maybe study guide or which of your videos to watch? I do already speak Spanish. Okay, Veronica, I repeat, for a medical, watch the bilingual target language proficiency test. There are 14 videos with 14 videos. There is 20 to 30 terminology there. So I don't know, it's about 30 words. Let's say it's 1,000 words of terminology in these 14 videos, but they're a little bit less. You're gonna be able to find all the information in those videos. No, they don't have a book for it. If you have done 40 hours of a medical training, 9 body systems. I keep repeating that. You can think that I am crazy. If you guys study 9 body system, you're not gonna be so afraid of this test. Honestly, the first time I was like super terrorized. I was nervous. Oh my godness, I was afraid I'm gonna forget something. I would study this very rare blood disease. The medical test expects you to have a general knowledge of a medical terminology. And if you study 40 hours of a medical terminology and you have a glimpse, I'm not talking to you learn the specific name of each bone of your cranium, because the truth is that you're gonna forget that. But learn what is a cranium, the lobe, the main bones. So let's say we're talking about cardiovascular. You got to learn the main thing about. Thank you guys for liking. I don't know if you can chat, maybe you cannot. But so medical terminology test, any kind of a test in the hospital or whatsoever, you gotta know this, not for the test to work with, because in the hospital, guess what? There is no Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, it's not working. And I will tell you, when I go to the hospital, I have a bag, is right there, it's ready. I have a notepad in it, right? This, in case I don't know a word, I will write it down so I will know it for the next time. There is no Wi-Fi, and believe it or not, in the hospital, when you're in person, you do not have time to search for terminology. You gotta know them all. So that's about you, Veronica. Last one is very good class, particularly we want to class related to answering the question papers. Okay, somebody asked me to give them answers to the questions and to the papers. Okay, I will tell you one thing. First of all, it's forbidden. And if somebody tell you that they can provide you, it's forbidden by law, because when you go to take this test, there is a small alphabet that tells you and forbids you to divulge the content of this material the way it is. And this is it's like a HIPAA law. You cannot just crash this law and start divulge material telling, okay guys, I'm giving you the result, you're gonna pass. I did some legal training in downtown Denver, and they pretend that they give you the questions, which is fake. They're just wasting your time and your money. They actually invite me quite a few times for trainings, but I refuse to waste my time. So whoever tells you that they can give you this information is a scam, because it's against the law. And whatever they give you is not going to be the answers of the test. They cannot give you the test itself. Legally, they should be able to provide you the whole material from which the test will take apart. This is the legal thing. A lot of them, they don't, because the competition is high. I'm talking about legal, I'm talking about court interpreter, state exams. I find out that they're pretty crappy and ridiculous, and they don't respond to the reality. They have nothing to do with the job as an interpreter, because I do provide interpreting services as an interpreter, because I'm a CCH certified and I have a lot of experience, and I do it over the phone on Zoom, if you want to believe it or not. And these tests that you're gonna do on state level are total wasting of your time. If you want to do a legal, I will advise you to try SOCI. They have a lot of organizational problems. Sadly, I will admit this. I've been testing with them now, it's a year and a half. and I've been tested in 5 languages for simultaneous 160 words per minute, and I have one last test remain in Russian English for the final 160 per minute. It's 1 hour test. I will tell you why I recommend you SOSI. First of all, they will train you. They will provide you the materials, the terminology, and the classes are serious training. You can understand everything about it. You're gonna be ready. Like once you do this test that SOSI give to you and torture you for such a long period of time, the only reason it took me like so long is because I do it in 5 languages. This is why it takes me so long, but the process is little bit, even it's a long process with the background and check, it take pretty long time compared to other companies. But if you do it with SOSI, and I have a certification here, this is, what is that? This is Bulgarian. I just did Bulgarian, like the final 160 per minute, 60 words per minute, and I did 96% of accuracy. I was like so proud of myself. So I will tell you, it's very challenging, but if you want to do legal, do with someone big. Yes, you're gonna suffer. Yes, it's not gonna be fun. Yes, it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna be able to obtain something. Not only that, you're gonna be able to welcome to our chat. Hello, Veselin. Здравейте, Veselin. Здравейте, Irena. Do you have any, let me see, Irena, do you have any insights regarding medical interpreting during the COVID? Oh, Irene, I've been working too. Hi, guys. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, actually. The reason that I was off is because I spent 2 years on the COVID emergency line and I had too much of COVID. Honestly, I know all the scripts on memory. This is traumatizing to work for COVID, especially if you have it every morning from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m., it's a lot. Out of that, I was interpreting for my clients here in America in the evening. I was doing Italian, Bulgarian, Macedonian. And then I was doing Russian in the evening because I love interpreting in medical. And I will tell you guys, COVID lines are very redundant. And I'm going to give you, I can see, I will give you example how COVID calls go. Okay, hello, good morning. This is this person X calling you from NHS Test and Trace. I like to advise you, this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. In order to confirm that you're speaking to the right person, can you please tell me your name, first and last name, and your birthday? And the person, and they said, okay. So we find out we're calling you because you're confirmed case of contact of someone that had COVID, for example. And the other said, oh my gosh, what are you saying? I'm being isolating. I'm not being traveling if this is in Europe, let's say. And they say, yes, somebody in the airplane with which you travel had tested positive, and that's why we're calling you, because you have to self-isolate for 10 days. I am so sick of it that I don't want to even go there. Like, the COVID lines are terrible because they are redundant. This is repeating the same call over and over and over again, and it's not fun. So I don't know, Irene, if you want to write me a longer comment, I can create a video about COVID line. Veselin, здравейте, аз съм от България. Vakha sounds like Indian name. The last question is, introduce me to coordinator book name and materials. Arabic, skillful Arabic English. Okay, I would love to have Arabic guests here, guys, and I'm gonna finish because I'm coaching someone, so my class will start soon. I think I'm late. I could see he's pinging here. So court interpreting book. I will advise, there is a lot of materials. I studied law in Rome, so for me, jumping into court, it was not so hard, especially into SOSI. I again repeat, if you wanna do certification that is valid, go through SOSI for court and legal. They have classes. I think this class that they trained me because I did very good on the score, on the passing, they offer to train me for free. Thank you, SOSI. Even you guys terrible with organization and you really stressful to deal with. I will advise you, go to SOSI, which is like SOS, I as an igloo.com, and they have different classes for legal. There you're gonna find they have a different training. I am doing the immigration training classes. You have 6 hours of classes. You have a lab. This is simultaneous. I don't know how good you are. They have a different programs. But if you do one of the certified languages, you can do with the national certification of a legal interpreter, so you can get certified. I think the Spanish, and they're just two languages that you can do nationally in USA course system and make the test in the two languages and get certified. I don't speak Spanish. I'm not a Spanish interpreter. So if you're Spanish and you want to do court, you can go through court interpreting a national test, a national, any Gov that website, court interpreter, you go through the Gov website and you can find the information there. Other languages, you can get something called certified. I am not. I believe it's acknowledged interpreter, something like that. They pay you half rate, which is $400 a day, something like that. You can register. I think you gotta just send your information somewhere. I'm not sure where. I read it, but I haven't done it because honestly, I don't need it. And I already work as a legal. I'm not so excited. There's some very strange situations there that doesn't keep me so excited to work in legal. But I'm more excited to work in civil court. This is interesting to me. I don't want to work in criminal cases because I've been working in criminal cases for 6 years and this is not fun. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So I don't want to go to the criminal. I'm more interested in like immigration law and immigration and court. So see, that's what I'm going to advise you. And if you want to be a nationally certified, go through the Gov website where you're going to find this information. I see it's five of you guys. William, if you're watching me, forgive me. I think I am late. The reason why is that I haven't put my clock on. I'm gonna go do my coaching. Thank you guys for being here. Somebody say like, I like you too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I'm gonna do once a month this live that I'm gonna answer to your questions and to your comments. And because it's gonna be too hard for me to actually make a video for each of your comments. I realize that, and I want to keep doing bilingual, multilingual videos. So if you speak Spanish or any other language and you want to take part of my grills and my challenge, I do have an Instagram from the Czech Republic. I wish I know something in Czech, but I don't. Hi, Veselin. I know Egeshegedrek, but I think that was Hungarian, which means cheers. So forgive me. Yes, you can go on Instagram. My Instagram is myth-interpretation or Mirror Interpretation Todorova. You can also find me on Facebook and get in touch with me. Thank you for being here, and I will see if I'm able to disconnect this live as it's my first live, and I don't know how to do this. I just probably press how I do this. Mute microphone, save highlight. Let's say this. Veselin, my name is Veselin from the Czech. Do you have Myth Interpretations? It's my YouTube channel. How I end the live? Do you guys have idea how this thing works? Yes. Thank you for being here. I'm 20 minutes late. Forgive me, William.